Welcome back, everybody, to Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews and movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 391, and we are here for our review, for our third review of Abasquiero Stami Month, as we look at 2010's Certified Copy. As always, the show is hosted by the wonderful Nerd Chicano himself and my co-host, Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show that talks about movies, and that's mostly all we do.
All we kind of do, right? What's it called? Not much else being done here on this show, at least.
Mm-mm.
If you want things to be a little bit wacky, then you go to the live show.
Not this one.
Not this one. And we also are being accompanied by our wonderful guest who is here every Monday for December, and he has another Monday to attend next week, and then another movie to do in that week. And we are going to be done with his presence for at least a bit until he decides to come back himself.
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm done with you.
Done with y'all. I'm done with y'all. That is none other than Ayden Byrnes.
What up?
Oh, Stop.
Beep, boa.
Bye.
Stop.
I
Bomb.
should mute my phone.
Hello. What's going on, Jerry? I saw that your PC shipped. Awesome.
Damn it, Jerry.
Jerry. How are we doing, boys? Brad and Ayden. I know Ayden, what's it called? Ayden doesn't have a deadly virus, but Brad does. So, Ayden's got to be doing a lot better than Brad right now.
I mean, I could have it. I don't know. I don't think I do. But
It's always
alas,
good to get tested.
I mean, I could.
Yeah.
Always got to be clean. You know what I mean?
Clean. Yeah. I was gonna bring up something, but that's for
It's for live show.
The live show?
no, the Thursday review of Ammonite. I saw something specific in Ammonite that I was like, you seriously gonna eat bread after doing that? And not, yeah.
What? Fish and bread sounds good.
No. It's early in the movie, Brad. Not the others. Oh my God! You guys have not watched Ammonite. You're not gonna understand what Brad.
I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen the trailer.
Yeah. Wait, were you not able to watch it?
No, because my wife took over the TV because she's quarantined now with me. So she was watching NCIS. I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, but how's it been going today, Brad? I'm guessing you weren't able to watch much, so
Well, I watched Certified Copy late last night. So if you leave on your computer, hopefully I can watch Ammonite tonight.
This computer will stay on until probably like 12 or 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ayden, we're gonna completely just bypass over the fact that I said that you said if you leave your computer on, right? Ayden,
that could mean anything. That could mean literally anything.
Yeah.
So many things.
So many things.
Ayden, how are you doing?
Pretty good. It's been a Monday for sure, I guess. But
Case of the thriving days.
Yeah.
I had a scare today. My power went out. I thought we weren't gonna do this. Then it came back. So we're good. We're doing this. Ayden, you didn't get to join us for the Tenet review. Did you end up getting the chance to watch Tenet or not?
Dude, I had not a fucking chance. I got so slammed with shit. After I was like, yeah, I'll watch it. And then work was just like, no.
Goddamn celebrities.
Yeah, really. There was
just zooming with Timothy Chalamet and Robert Duvall, I guess.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. But Brett, wait, Ayden, can you still not tell us who you zoomed with?
I could probably tell you now. It's Emily Blunt.
Oh, Emily Blunt, yeah. I what's it called? I think I told you, yeah, I guessed it. I was like, wait, how why? Like doing pre-press for
well, and he did say it rhymed with punt.
Punt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, all right. My first two thoughts, because what's it called? Amanda was jealous. I was like, okay, I know she's into all that, music like Shawn Mendes and stuff like that. I was like, I think it's James Blunt. But then when you said movie space, I was like, okay, no, it's got to be Emily Blunt. Yeah. But
I don't know what the movie. I don't think it was Quiet Place 2, but I think it was something else. But.
I have no idea what she has releasing soon. So yeah. But
Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow 2. Yeah, did you get to ask her about Edge of Tomorrow 2? Because there was some recent news that came out about Edge of Tomorrow 2. But yeah.
I barely spoke to her.
Okay, so it's like the Jessica Chastain type of situation. You were just around.
Yeah.
No, at least I saw Jessica Chastain. I barely saw her, but like at least like had words with Emily Blunt for like 2 seconds.
Was it like, hi, Emily? And then
Yeah. No, I was like in the like library or whatever, like helping set shit up or whatever, and then she like walked in and said she had a change in there. I was like, okay, I guess I'll leave. Although, just,
Hey, should I change it?
It was like, do you want me to leave?
it's like I don't mind. I mean,
It's like
we respect that.
you want to go ahead and just
You just want to leave.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out.
all right, I'll get out of here. Yeah. Oh my god, man. I'm just what's called curious. I'm looking at here what they've got. Wild Mountain Thyme is the one that's in 2020.
I thought you were about to say Wild Mountain Thighs and got me kind of excited. I'm like, what?
That's an
No. Yeah, I know. Stars Emily Blunt, Jamie Dornan, John Hamm,
Ooh, John Hamm.
Dearblah, Malloy, and Christopher
I haven't
Walken.
seen John Hamm in anything in a while.
Yeah, unless you were doing pre-press for Jungle Cruise, and if that was the case, I'm guessing you would have had the chance to talk to The Rock as well. But yeah,
No, just Emily. I saw John Krasinski, I guess.
yeah.
That sounds like a second Quiet Place.
Yeah,
I mean, they're like married, and it was at his.
Oh,
yeah, they're married, Brad.
establishment, I suppose.
I don't know shit.
He just
Yeah.
like let me in the door casually. Like, all right, thanks, John.
Okay, man, come here.
That's cool.
Like, fucking,
And then she just like,
I was just standing out there waiting to load out, and he's like coming out there to get coffee or something. I was like, yo, he's like, our guy done in there, and he's like, yeah, sure, just go right in. I was like, you don't even know who I am. Like, I could easily be anyone else. And just he's like, just go into my house.
just go ahead and write it. And then he's like, should I change in there? And you're like, yeah, I'm sorry, man.
I'll get the fuck out again. My bad. Later, John.
Street.
Yeah, that has got to be pretty odd, but it's pretty cool though that you get to do that type of stuff.
It was a fun time. I didn't even think I was gonna be able to go there, I guess, but then they just had to like switch shit up on Tuesday. So like, and it was like mad early in the morning. They're like, "Hey, can you come turn everything like or move everything to like the basement or whatever?" And I was like, "Sure, like
Yeah.
I'll be right there." So that was kind of
All
crazy,
right.
but alas.
Well, let's go ahead and get into this, if we shall. So we are going to get ready and get into this, guys. If you have not watched Certified Copy, it came out in 2010, so you know what you got to do. What's it called? Keep listening if you don't care about spoilers or you watched it. Stop listening if you haven't watched it and you care about spoilers. Either way, how it goes, this is your spoiler warning, and it's your only spoiler warning, and it goes into effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I have a Wikipedia article to read. Certified Copy. French is copia conforme. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong. And Italian copia conforme is a 2010 art film by Iranian writer and director Abbas Kiarostami, starring Juliette Binoche and the British opera singer William Schimmel in his first film role. Damn. The film is set in Tuscany. I could have sworn I seen this guy before, bro.
He looks like a lot of British white guys.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
The film is set in Tuscany and focuses on a British writer and a French antique dealer whose relationship undergoes an odd transformation over the course of a day. The film was a French majority production with co-producers in Italy and Belgium. The dialogue is in French, English, and Italian. The film premiered at the 2010 Cannes Film Festival, where Binoche won the Best Actress Award for her performance. Cinematography by Luca Bigazzi, edited by Bamin Kiarostami. Is that his son? or
Yeah,
brother.
I guess I saw that at the end. I was like, wait.
He is the son. Yeah, he is the son of Abbas Kiarostami, of the late critically acclaimed director Abbas Kiarostami. Um, and the movie sits at an hour and 46 minutes, and it had a budget of $3.8 million, and it made 3.8 million euros, and it made 5.5 million dollars at the box office.
Basically even.
So yeah, basically, even if we do the conversion, it's gotta be like around four something, But then again, these aren't the films that are supposed to make a lot of money. Like they go to Cannes, win the awards. Yep, possibly get a foreign language. What's it called? Foreign language nomination. Win that. Yeah. So certified copy. Let's go ahead and get some initial thoughts in here. Unless you guys want me to go first.
It's your movie.
It's my movie. All right. This is very reminiscent of Richard Linklater's The Before trilogy, and this also gave me. I don't know if it gave you the same vibe, Brad. I was like, maybe it was just because it's a talkie. I was like, this is reminding me a bit about One Wonderful Sunday from Akira Kurosawa, and I'm like, yeah. And I can't lie to you all. I'm a sucker for these types of films. But
just the overall in a day movie.
In a day, yeah, just two people walking throughout a city and just talking with each other. I mean, it's the reason I love the Before trilogy. It's the reason I love Cleo from 5 to 7. It's a lot of my favorite movies. One Wonderful Sunday from Akira Kurosawa is one of my favorites of his. I love these types of movies. And I definitely can what's it called? And I definitely appreciate what Kiarostami did with this, but it's not as great as his other work, and it's not as contemplative or introspective. It's odd for me to say this, but I think this is one of Kiarostami's most direct films about relationships, which isn't a bad thing, but it's just not where he plays the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I really did like this. Juliette Binoche's performance is stellar. Also, she kind of reminded me of Julie Deppie from the Before trilogy, the actress who plays the girl in that film. And I was like, okay, this is like I can't get this out of my head, but some stuff I also have to kind of give some big props to the natural lighting that Abbas Kiarostami kind of grabs in some of those rooms that they go into.
Mm-hmm.
Stellar,
especially at the end at the hotel.
Yeah, and also. Jesus Christ, how are those freaking cameras not showing up on the damn windows and the glass? Are you serious? Like, how?
Kiarostami magic.
Yeah. I'm just like,
there was like one scene where there's just like mirrors that are just like straight up pointed at the camera.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just fucking with you guys at this point.
I don't get it, dude. But yeah, I'll go more into it. But yeah, I like this one, but this is definitely my least on my ranking. This is at the bottom. This is at my bottom, but it's still genius. I think that just his approach to the talkie is pretty great. Red, what are your thoughts on Certified Copy?
I thought it was a good watch. It didn't grab my attention as much as say Close Up, Taste of Cherry, even The Wind Will Carry Us. I don't think it grabbed my attention just because I've become used to Kiarostami. The car shots, just overall, just always car shots, which he had in here, but not as much. Just the car shots, more framing. I don't think he did as much framing in this. He did some great framing, like going up the stairs in the hotel, that part when she's in front of windows, the one frame where it's the tree in the background and you have the husband sitting out front. But this, I've come to love just kind of the whole documentary style that Kiarostami brings with him, with the film grain and just the beautiful colors that come with that. This was a beautiful movie. Don't get me wrong. This is probably one of the better looking movies by him, but I've become used to just that like film grain, like that not that this is like too polished in a way for me. And I do have to say though that the more I watch this, at the very beginning it didn't really grab my attention because it was straightforward, like you said, Roll. And but if you look at it, they're actually, so they start out just dating, and then they've been in a 15-year marriage, just
Yeah.
out of the blue. And the whole concept of that
It's
is,
interesting.
because what they say is certified copy in art, who cares? It's your perspective on it. It's the person's
Mhm.
perspective on it. So either they're just dating or they've been married for 15 years. Who cares? As long as your perspective is on the story and what you gain from that, if it's real
Mhm.
or not, it doesn't matter. And that
Mhm.
concept through this film, that just kind of blows my mind in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, and the way that they both can just turn it on like that if they're in the thought of being married, and the way that, to me, it's reading off that it was very, very accurate to the way that Juliette Binoche's husband was in the film, real husband.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh man, this guy must be playing him like exactly the way that that guy acts. So that was rather interesting. I wanted to read one more thing before. I wanted to read something before Aiden goes into this. Kiarostami said this. This was the simplest film for me to work on, even more simple than the work I've done on my shorts, because I was working with a professional team both in front of and behind the camera. So I'm guessing, like, he was kind of like, when he gets to work with these ragtag groups of Iranian filmmakers, he's like kind of like, oh, I'm kind of free and not limited, and I can just do whatever the hell I want sometimes, and you get some of these very poetic shots. But I'm guessing once he kind of makes the move to, like,
Europe.
European cinema, it's a lot more structured than you would think.
Well, and which is kind of funny when you say for Iran, and you'd think Iran would have far more laws in some form, but
No.
really, it's probably more just like he can film countryside for all fuck anyone cares.
Yep.
And Europe, he's probably got to like dial up and can I get on site? I
Hmm.
mean, yeah, for sure that's a major difference. But the concept of this movie, I think, is bigger than what we get from the movie, in my eyes. Just because even the Mona Lisa dialogue, he's going, it's all just a copy if you think about it. From the copy, whoever draws the Mona Lisa itself, to Leonardo da Vinci drawing the woman Mona Lisa. So it's all just a copy at that point, and I think that's what, also from what I've read on this movie, it's kind of his copy of like every other romantic movie or
Yeah.
romance movie.
Yeah. And I what's it called? It's just it's. I'll go more into the concept. Aiden, what were your thoughts on certified copy?
I guess I don't typically like
Talkie.
these like kind of quite as much. Like it did remind me a lot of like a modern like Clio from 5 to 7. I guess that was like the one that I had seen. I guess that was like I was like, this is kind of the same thing. So I guess a copy of that. I guess. But it didn't like grab me. I guess like some of like the shots and like the color and so a couple shots in particular around like the fountain area, where they just kind of did everything in like a one take, where he's talking to that like old dude that's like, just grab her shoulder and she'll be alright,
Yeah.
which is weird. But that like whole shot was like a nice like just wonder of, and it was like progressing nicely. So I liked that one. I think that scene especially I think was really nice. But other than that, it just like felt like a lot of other just European films from like 2010 to me, and I was like, all right,
Yeah.
it didn't grab me, I guess,
interesting that
as
we
much as
bring-
the other ones did. So I guess
Yeah,
like
it's
I think this
interesting that
was
we
shot
bring
on like red versus like the other ones. There was like a lot of, like Brad said, like with the film grain and just like that older film stock was really captivating for the last two, and then this one was just like, it looks good because it's a fucking red camera. Like,
Well, and I think we've all gotten used to Kiarostami just focusing on like a mundane subject. And
yeah.
This I think is it's a romance movie. That's really what it is in a way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was saying that it's interesting that we bring up what's it called, we bring up what's it called, Cleo. Like, this is very different from Cleo. Very, very different from Cleo.
Yeah.
But it's still, to me, it reminds me most of the before films from Richard Linklater. But it's still, I still think the concept kind of rings in. It's like, in a way, and I mean, Brad is kind of the one who can, like, what's it called, what's it called, kind of sign off on this. If you grow up in a good household, right, where the marriage that you see in your household is, you grow up to believe that this is the ideal way that our marriage should be. And pretty much love in general is, it's not supposed to be, but it's a carbon copy of the love we see in the movies, the love of our parents, the love of what's it called, of our best friends. We are always kind of imitating what we see around us to how we approach the way that we interact with our significant others. So and I think it's such an interesting copy, such an interesting a concept when Kiarostami kind of brings that into this film. Um, and I'll agree with this on Aiden. Like, and it's not me being the snobby dude. Like, oh, film stock is just better. It's just film stock works more with Kiarostami. Like this, it's just this. It just, I was like, yeah, it's a red camera. Of course, it's gonna look great, right? It's gonna like, wow, like this look great. But like, I was like, it's kind of missing that poetic nature that you would get with film stock, and it felt very European. There was still the concentration on relationships that Kiarostami seems to have a lot in his films, but it felt like a European version of what Kiarostami would make. It doesn't feel like entirely like it's Kiarostami's work, even though it is, but it's not like, I don't know. It doesn't feel authentic to what we've seen before. That I could say like, oh, I can pinpoint down and say, oh, I know that Kiarostami directed this.
Well, it's kind of like you just go through in your mind all the films you've seen from him: Close Up, Taste of Cherry, The Wind Will Carry Us. You've come to terms on what Kiarostami does, and this is kind of one of those of it's a Kiarostami movie for sure. It has a lot of the concepts and it has a lot of the framing and the focusing, but it does not look and completely feel like a Kiarostami. Not from the previous ones.
Maybe it's a certified copy of Kiarostami.
And maybe that's kind of what he's going for.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a certified copy of his films, and like he can't, as much as he tries, he can't make carbon copies of his best work again. And like, yeah,
But who can?
Who can, right? Who can?
Like Kurosawa could have made another Ikiru. If he did, it'd be boring, I'm sure.
Yeah,
and just like he could have made another Taste of Cherry. Like,
yeah. And of course, this is these are part of the films like where he just stops working with it in Iran again, and he just starts making films like he does. The next one after this one, like Someone in Love, is a Japanese French film. So what's it called? He doesn't. He stops working in Iran, and it's still, of course, and then 24 Frames is of course an experimental film, so that's different. But which is our Patreon exclusive mini pod. So if you guys want to check that out.
And the thing with the 24 Frames is that was unfinished because he passed away during the making of it, and his son finished it
for him. Yeah, but I still think that the camera movements are so fluid. They're still great. And what's it called, the framing of these shots, I loved everything once they got into that hotel, and just that natural lighting and that shot of Juliette Binoche just laying down like this, and just that streak of light going through half of her body, and it's like, oh, this is beautiful.
And see, it's just horrible that it was like the very end of the movie, because you're like, hey, it's Kiarostami, like I know this look.
No, I know this look. That's Kiarostami.
Yeah.
But no, it's like, and like I said, and you don't have that like Kiarostami, type of film that I saw where like, we didn't see a shot where, the people were walking and they were already going through the corner, and we were still lingering on that shot,
Oh, we didn't have a car going up a hill 20 fucking times,
Yeah. Or we got that shot that he was kind of doing in the Wind Will Carry Us, where he was like, where she was like looking out the window and she was going, like kind of looking into the camera, but instead she was looking at somebody who was at the window. It's like, we got that, but it's like, there's bits and pieces of it. It just doesn't feel authentic to, how Kiarostami works and the way that we've seen him work in Iran. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's just because, I don't know if I'm speaking towards, him as a filmmaker, or having to adapt to a different style and being like, I can't bring the style I made in Iran to Europe because it's not going to be as accepted here. But I wouldn't. I'm just kind of throwing I'm grabbing straws with that one. But
And did he write the
script, yes,
the script on this?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
interesting.
He wrote.
That's interesting to me.
Yeah.
Although these are professional actors, actresses,
Mm-hmm.
so that's way different from his previous movies because none of them are professional. They're just.
Yeah.
I think he just pulled them out of somewhere. He's like, "Hey, want to act?"
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, bro. That one was, and he's found some really good actors before, man.
Surprised at like close up that he used the actual people that happened during that crime.
Yeah,
And they were really fucking good.
Yeah, but Ayden, you gotta watch Close Up, dude. Close Up is genius.
I guess.
Yeah, like first of all, like the film stock on there, you're gonna look at it and you're like, what? Damn, like wow, that's incredible. But it's just the actors, like the actual people that are involved in the crime are in it, and you're like, wait, dude, are these guys not actors? Like,
and they have the actual judge that oversaw it. And you're just going, this is the weirdest fucking. This is like it's like a documentary. It's like a mockumentary documentary, but like it's the actual people who are in it.
You could make a film about my suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I gotta say though, but even through the non-authentic feel to this, there's still something really special there, and I think that's always kind of what you get with Kiarostami. That it feels like, yeah, there's like an interesting, conversation here on relationships and the way that us as people kind of approach them, and especially the hardest relationship you'll ever have, which is kind of marriage. So it's like, yeah, like it's tough. And at the end, I think that both people, even though James Miller never says that he's having trouble, you can read off his face that he's having trouble with his love life too.
Mm-hmm.
But the main concentration is on the woman. But yeah, you guys want to bring up anything else, or is like didn't see anything that really caught your eye?
I mean, not really. Other than like that scene that I talked about, I guess, and just like the oneers, that were really interesting. Like, I feel like a lot of the early part of the movie was just kind of losing me a little bit, and like it was kind of hard to like grasp onto it.
Yeah.
But then once you kind of accept like what's going on, you're just like, all right, let's just.
I forgot to bring one up. I forgot to bring something up. That fucking kid, huh? That kid.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
That kid. The moment he goes, so why didn't you sign with my surname? And your mom's like, you know what? Never.
Yeah.
I'm out. That kid was
such an asshole, but like just like his father.
Yeah, but I mean,
like the dude was throwing a hissy fit. Like, don't get me wrong. I get it. You want to be waited on, you know. But the waiter has a whole fucking wedding party. Do you not see the wedding party behind you, asshole? Like, here's the wine. Shut the fuck up. Throws a fucking hissy fit, and it's just like, dude, like, check your surroundings, check what you're doing, like, calm the fuck out.
Yeah, but that kid, man, he's like, you want to follow him, and so I was like, and he's like, whatever. Can I ask one last thing? And that's it. You're like, okay. Why didn't you sign with my surname? And she's like, all right, I'm out. I'm done. Yeah. Oh my god, that was funny. That was really funny, and you look a little shit for that, but yeah. So, let your mom chill out, man. Let her get some dick. Damn. But yeah, that was I laughed my ass out with that. I was like, this kid, dude. And it's like, yeah, I mean, kids are like that, man. They ask the darnest things, and like, they don't know right from wrong. They barely know right from wrong. Like,
no, some of them do, and they're just shits.
Yeah,
he doesn't give a fuck.
They don't give no fuck.
But like he was saying, like James Miller was saying in the film, I mean, like, hey, kids have no filters, and they just kind of want to live life as it is in the moment. And some of us adults could take a note out of that, but we're too concerned with everything else that goes on in our lives. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give Certified Copy an 8.5 out of 10. I like this one. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite of his work, but there's still a lot to be appreciated with this film. And I think that the concept is overall what pushes it for me. And I was like, oh yeah, because like Luis was watching it with me, and he was going like, and you just pause when he does the thing with the waiter. He goes, leave him, and I was like, what do you mean, bro? That's not his real husband. Like that's just the guy who's pretending to be the husband. And he's like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, now I get it. And he's like, yeah. And he goes, well, then leave the real husband if if this is the way that he acts. And I was like, oh, yeah, like, I wouldn't even wait 15 years. He goes, I wait 15 seconds, bro, before I leave his ass. But, yeah. Brad, what do you give certified copy?
I give certified copy a 8 out of 10. I agree with you. The more I think about this movie, the more the concept is really there for me, and I think that is what drives this movie. But I think Kiarostami's techniques and the way he frames stuff and films it is seen better in the previous movies we've watched.
Yeah, I want to see the one after this one. What's it called? He does one like Someone in Love. It's the last one before he does 24 frames. But yeah, Ayden, what do you give Bas Kiarostami's certified copy?
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna go lower, like a 6-8. Like I think it's like worth the watch and it's like interesting, but it took me like so long to grab what's going on and to like care about these characters. I was just like,
All right.
but it was all right. It was like worth the watch, but I wouldn't watch it again.
Okay. I can rock with that. Roger Ebert, even though he gave it a 2 out of 5.
If you look at what Roger Ebert gave to Kiarostami on some of these fucking movies, you'd think Roger Ebert was a fucking idiot. And sorry to speak ill of his dad, he gave 1 star to Taste the Cherry. What the fucking idiot?
Hey, yo, chill, bro. The man is dead.
So is Kiarostami. Hopefully Kiarostami slapped him in the fucking face. Fucking disrespect with that shit.
Walks to the pearly gates, just
He literally called Taste the Cherry born, motherfucker.
Bruh, you gotta chill, man. Was Roger Ebert still alive in 2010, or was it written by someone else on that website?
I think he was alive.
Okay. Here, let me see. What's it called? Written by Roger Ebert. Yeah. No, Roger Ebert gave it 3.5. I thought he gave it 2. Oh no,
he gave one. He gave a 1 star Taste of Cherry. Like
seriously?
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta check this.
Yeah, you should read some of that.
This is interesting. Did he really give? Oh, dude! No way. He gave Taste of Cherry a 1 star. What?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No way, dude.
Yeah. You let me find where this man is.
Hold on. What did he give close up? Now we're just gonna concentrate on
Roger Ebert's horrible fucking reviews. That's what we're gonna concentrate on.
Oh my god.
You know, I agree on some stuff with Roger Ebert, but not this one. This one is this man's just being an asshole at this point.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. So he brings this up. If we're to feel sympathy for Batty, wouldn't it help to know more about him, to know, in fact, anything at all about him? What purpose does it serve to suggest at first he may be a homosexual?
What?
What? Because remember, it did feel like he was soliciting men when he was going around. But then you figure out he's not soliciting men for that. So I don't even. So yes, the concept is there, but that's because we're all Americanized, and that's what we think.
I think that you should care about him because he's a human that wants to kill himself.
Yeah,
like he never got to watch or review Close Up.
He even bitches about Kiarostami's camera crew at the very end of that movie being shown.
But that's the whole. All right, yeah, I'm thinking he would not have liked that Close Up. But yeah, I I can't believe Brett came out swinging for Roger Ebert, bro.
He's fucking wrong. He's wrong on that one. 1 star, like really, like. Here, let's find. Give me a bad movie. Roll.
Prior to when Roger Ebert was alive, Help me out here. What's it called, Aiden? When Roger Ebert was alive. Something. Let's see. What did he give Gone with the Wind? It's not a bad movie. I'm just curious.
4 stars. He gave that long ass boring fucking movie 4 stars.
You want to talk about boring? That racism.
Dances with Wolves. How about that one? How about that boring ass fucking western?
Brad
4
is
stars.
really-
Fuck this dude.
Brad is really disappointed in Roger Ebert, bro. Hold on, I'll give you something that I rated
Damn,
low.
he gave Cabin Fever 1.1.5 stars.
He gave Cabin Fever one.
The son of
Fuck Roger Ebert. God, fuck that.
clearly 5.
I know he's dead and all, but still.
Yeah,
That's
you're chill, bro.
disrespectful.
You're chill, man.
Actually, what we need to do is check an Edward Yang movie and see.
Yeah. What? Okay, here. I did not like this movie. What did he give Body Heat from 1981? That one's directed by Lawrence Kasdan.
He gave it 4 stars.
Yeah, that's some bullshit, bro.
What
Oh
would it?
my
Like
God.
a tantalizing mirage, film noir hunts modern filmmakers.
Oh my God, bro. Oh God, man. What do you give Earth Girls Music?
Wait. What about what was the stripper movie? With the
Showgirls.
say by
Showgirls.
Showgirls.
Oh, you know what, bro? What? Hold on. What did he give Interview with the Vampire? With the Vampire. Interview with the Vampire. Now we're gonna see.
I like how this all just fucking went to just.
Yeah, I mean,
Roger Ebert.
we'll send the show out.
He
I
gave
just
it
want
3
to know.
stars. He gave this movie 3 stars, man.
God, man. Yeah. No, man. You know what? I'm not gonna agree with that take at all.
He gave Showgirls 2 stars. He gave it higher than Taste of Cherry.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The woman in a fucking pool literally tries to break this man's dick off in this movie. What the fuck?
Oh my God, dude. Yeah. All right, last one, Brad. Last one. What did he give what's it called? The Rock from Michael Bay.
Oh God. 3.5 stars.
Yeah, all right, I'm done. All right, thank you all so much for listening and stopping by. We'll be back next week for our last review of Kiarostami Month as we look at his 2002 film 10. And we will be back for the patrons as well as we look at Kiarostami's final film in his filmography, 24 Frames. To become a patron, you need to go to patreon.com/nerdcore and sign up at the $2 tier to get that episode next week. And without further ado, I want to thank you all and thank everybody who stopped by, but especially our patrons. Our patrons are the ones that help us the most on making sure that these shows happen. As always, we want to thank our writers, producers, and and our showrunner. Our producers, Cassie and Sarah, our associate producers, thank you so much. Our executive producers, Grayson Barker, producer Grayson Barker, who you can follow at Grayson Barker98 and Warlord One Bar on Twitter. That was the other one was Instagram, by the way, if I had to say that. And also our other executive producer, Shane.
You follow our friend Shane at XSRK_ or on Twitter at XSRK.
And also our writers, Brown Rice 96 on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. Thank you, Bryce, for being a wonderful writer of the show. And also our other writer, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Tony can be found at Real Nerdy Dad on Twitter. And as always, thank you to our wonderful showrunner, Taymor23, TAYMOOR23 on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much, man, for being a wonderful showrunner of the show. And we hope we're making you proud with this whole fuck Roger Ebert. Yeah.
Yeah, you wait till what I'm about to say.
Yeah. As always, it's been a great time. Ayden, you want to let them know where they can find you, dude?
Yeah, you can find me at Ayden.Byrnes on Instagram, AYDEN.BYRNES, or aburns152 on Twitter.
You still got them prints for 15% off?
Yeah, through the end of the year, bitch.
Hey, Brad fucked it up for us ever getting the chance to write for Roger Ebert, didn't he?
Fuck Roger Ebert.
Roger Ebert's website. All right, man. As always, I want to thank you all so much for stopping by, and we'll catch you guys on the next one on Thursday on twitch.tv/nerdcore as we review Ammonite from Francis Lee. And without further ado, Brad, send him out.
All right, Raul, thank you for being your host as always. Thank you, Ayden, for joining us once again, sir. Pleasure to have you. Thank you to all those who joined us in chat. Looks like just Jerry, so thank you, Jerry. And thank you to all our listeners out there, all our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this, I will say, again, fuck Roger Ebert. He gave the same score to 10 as he did Showgirls, so fuck that motherfucker. Young Yoda out.
Ayden, I can see what you're doing. Stop.